Hello people, I'm back at Teamsport Acton for a race night. There are two sessions and one session is qualifying, which determines my grid position, and the second session is a race. Now last time I had a race and unfortunately I spun because I wasn't driving properly. This time I'm back for redemption and hopes of a trophy. If you think I can get a trophy, make sure to drop a like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and without further ado, let's get into the video. Well, in my first session, it was actually amazing. I was in cleaner for 10 minutes and I was able to put in some very good laps. But first, I have to overtake these drivers and they weren't making it easy. So as we go down the first straight, there's actually a lights test, and what that is it just checks everyone's lights. So if there's a red light, everyone will stop at the same time. It goes from yellow and then to green. I was thinking about getting an early overtake, but this driver already covered it off. So as we go down the ramp, I was not trying to spend my whole time here racing because it's qualifying and I'm more worried about my position than how I finish here. So the driver in first actually falls all the way to the back so you can get some nice clean air. But I don't want to do this, I just want to overtake this driver as soon as possible. After one lap, I was staying behind him and then I was going to go for the overtake this lap. So he goes a bit wide here and I compromise that, so I go down the straight and put my head down. I brake early and go for the switchback and manage to get it done. I don't usually brake there, but in terms of overtaking, it's a really nice way to get a switchback. Now honestly, for the rest of the session, I was literally just racing by myself and just putting as good laps as I can. So unfortunately there was no overtaking and I could not see absolutely anyone in front of me for the rest of the session. Overall, in this session, I managed to get a P2, which put me second on the grid. I was hoping for a P1, and unfortunately the person in P1 got the fastest lap on the last lap. But that's okay, I'm very happy with a P2 and I start on the inside. So let's go to the second session. Now in my head, I was actually thinking of going for the dive bomb at the start. I did that in a previous race and it actually was successful. So I was going to try again, but as I'm trying to leave the pits, I'm going extremely slowly, so the driver in front of me will be sitting on the line for a while and the tyres will get cold and mine will be more heated up and hopefully I can get a better start. The people who work there actually changed my kart and everyone else's, so everyone has new karts and colder tyres, and I was hoping that my car would be good, as if it wasn't good, I'd be really annoyed and have a bad session. I wanted to heat my tyres up as quickly as possible, so I started drifting really aggressively and that generates a lot of heat into the tyres. It's not the best for the tyres though, because they can actually start to grain and rubber can fall off, which isn't really good because they won't have that much grip and traction when accelerating or turning through a straight. But here we just line up in second place and we're just waiting for the lights now. Now I'm waiting for it to go green and it goes green. I don't get the best of starts, my reaction time wasn't there and this driver flies away from me up the ramp, but I still managed to keep my place and that's the main thing. Now I've really got to focus on overtaking this driver, as there are really fast people in this session and I don't really want to be battling them because I know they'll be much faster than me. So if I can gap myself between this driver and everyone else, hopefully I can take the win. But unfortunately it goes to red flags and someone actually spun just going down the ramp behind me and I literally nearly bump into the back of this driver. So now I'm waiting for it to go to green and it goes green just behind his bumper and just trying to stay with him and just trying to get away from the pack too, because behind me, when I found out at the end of the race, they were battling like crazy for third place. The person actually managed to get to third and start to catch us, but as we go down this ramp I was thinking of going all the way around, but he forces me to stay to the outside and unfortunately I don't have boost on the straight as I used it going down the ramp. Going on to the next couple of laps, I find it hard to keep up, but here he makes a mistake and I try and compromise on it. So he goes wide here and I actually get a really nice exit and stay to the inside and I absolutely just send it down here. He bumps the back of my car but I'm alright and I managed to keep first place. And it was actually a really nice move and I'm really proud of myself for that. Because of all the pressure that was on me to try and come first, I actually did it and I managed to keep this. Now I just got to keep the first place for another 15 minutes of the whole entire race. and this was really tough as my hands felt awful on the straights and corners as I was holding onto the wheel so tight. I forgot to just rest my hands on the straight and just relax them, but there was so much pressure on me I just drove as quick as I could. Now after 30 laps my hands were aching and thankfully the yellow lights came out, which meant it was the end of the race and I've won my first race now. I managed to get first place with my fastest lap time of the whole year and I'm really proud of myself for that. But it's not over yet because I've got to hold on to this first place till the next race, which is in a few weeks time. So I went on the podium and got my first place trophy, and that was the whole race and I really enjoyed myself, and hopefully next time I can win and maintain the championship. So if you guys enjoyed the video, I'd appreciate if you like and subscribe, and I guess I'll see you guys later because this was awesome.